going up tonight. For all the times I had to stay down just to live this life. Big 40 on me, ain't fighting, nigga, try to gon' downside. Fuck 12, tell them free the guys, I got homies in the sky. Sometimes I still wonder why you only die once, better live one shell. That's why I'm Dolo, screaming YOLO.
What's going on, peoples? I am your boy Dirty Cuttz, and I'm here with the lovely
BP. What up, y'all?
Alright, today we got a special guest. My boy be going Dolo from state to state. You know what I'm talking about? None other than my man Dolo.
What's up?
Yes.
Appreciate it.
So what's good, my brother?
Not much, man. I'm just trying to stay working, stay busy.
Word.
This is my sanctuary, man. Just finding peace in this music. So
Wow.
I just gotta work.
Well, on the behalf of the Dirty Talk cast, I want to thank you for letting us come through, set up at your spot.
Yeah, appreciate it.
You know what I'm saying? So we can get down
Half
with
and half studios. You feel me? Appreciate
Half
it.
and half studio.
Half and half studios. Shout out man. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Yeah, you got the Ravens back there. I see you.
Did it for the family.
Okay.
Did it for the family so we can have something. He seen us in this, so he did it for us.
All right, that's for sure.
Yeah.
It's nice too. It's nice. Y'all let other people come in and record?
Yeah. We done had Sauce Pack in here.
Oh.
We done had Apex, 52 Paco. We done had Shy. We don't have her in here. So.
Okay.
Man, rest in power to my boy Sauce Pack.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Shout out to East Side too.
I'm telling you.
Alright, so let's get down to the nitty gritty. You know how I like to do it, man. I want to take it back. You know what I mean? Let me know what's happening when you fell in love with hip hop, bro. I asked you that before.
Yeah.
And you couldn't answer that shit.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so I'm asking you again.
Man, see, the reason I couldn't answer that question the first time is because
I caught you off guard.
You caught me off guard, and then just life, what I was going through in the moment. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. As artists, we got to stop letting life affect us negatively when we got a dream or something we chase. Mm-hmm. It's supposed to influence you and impact you in a positive way. Mm-hmm. It's supposed to turn that negative into a positive. Mm-hmm. But yeah, man, I just didn't know if I still had that passion or that drive. So I'm like, I can't even remember why I'm doing it. I just thought I was doing it because people thought I had the potential. I'm trying to change lives, but I didn't know if I was doing it for me or other people. But man, I fell in love with music back when I was in the 10th grade. I had a bunch of friends, my close day ones to this day, and my brothers. They was doing music, always freestyling. Had a little apartment studio. We was just fucking around. Wasn't nothing serious for me because back then I played basketball, I did tattoos, and I was a skateboarder. I used to skateboard.
Okay.
Straight up,
okay.
like I was on my white boy shit, and I used to,
ain't that right?
You know what I'm saying?
I like Bill Mix bikes.
Dolo, man, that's our own style. So that's basically where it was. And they just kept embedding it in me, like, bro, you might be alright with the music, because I used to just jump in their little freestyle sessions. We high and shit. I'm just laughing. I'm not taking it serious at all. Yeah. But I'm just freestyling. This back when I really used to freestyle more. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Don't kind of fell off with it, but definitely just having fun.
Just having fun.
Yeah, man. I started seeing the reactions and the energy around me gravitating towards me with it, and I was like, you know what? I might mess around and just dabble a little bit, but I was always writing. Never laid no tracks down till that's high school. I didn't lay no tracks down until like 10, almost 8 years later.
Okay.
So right after
that's when
I went back to it.
You really got in the studio and started laying it down.
Yeah, man. Like I said, right after high school, military, and came back from the military, and then just kind of found my life at like a standstill.
Okay, let's hold on. You went to the military?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so how many years you was in the
5.
military? What branch was you?
Army.
You was in the Army?
Yes,
sir.
Served at? I did basic at Fort Benning, Georgia, Station Fort Bragg.
Okay, well, salute to you, bro.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for your
service. First and foremost.
So I came back.
You came back.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Came back, and then I didn't know what I wanted to do. I ain't have no way, no direction. I mean, I can work a job, but that's just not in me. You know what I'm saying? I done had too many jobs
you want
to this
to do
day.
something.
Just something, man. I just
purposeful.
Yeah, but I don't want to be in the streets neither.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Okay. And feeling like you need that money to push a dream, and seeing how easy it is to get it out there, it's kind of like it hurt not to just jump out there. And then my family was in it.
So why don't you just go to school?
Thing is, I gave up a scholarship and went to the military, and I didn't want to go back to school. I tried to go back to school when I came back. Didn't want to go back to school. It wasn't in me. It just, because I didn't know what I wanted to go to school for. And I seen it a lot, and I still see it today. People go to school, and they don't get a job for what they doing. They don't even love what they doing when they get out. It's just like, I don't want to get an education.
So you saw that direction. You ain't want to go there.
I'm the type of person that learn from everybody else. Okay. You know, and still try to do my own thing in the mix. But I learn from anybody. That's just how I work. So I didn't want to go to school, and I just doubled back towards music. Got connected with an artist from New Orleans at a talent show. We know we won that talent show. Me and him, you know what I'm saying. We was the best too. We connected. It was like, man, we lost to a dancer. I don't know. But we lost to a dancer, but it was a connection. Me and him had never met him. We linked up, and somehow we started doing music together. I got into a studio. I was recording with a producer, engineer named Artichoke. Everybody in the city know Artichoke.
Shout out to Artichoke.
Choke the Goat, you know what I'm saying? Choke the Goat. Everybody was fucking with Choke the Goat. Yeah. You know, anybody who was serious was. And you wasn't serious, you wasn't gonna waste his time. It's just Choke. That's right. But I got in it with him, man. Started finding my sound. Still finding it to this day. Never really had a certain sound, but started fucking with Choke, and then I found out. So it's everything I'm going through in life. Incarceration with my dad. My mom raising single, 4 kids, single by herself. That lady ain't did nothing but hair her whole life. Ain't still do nothing but hair. But I just found music is my outlet. Like outside of church, music was my outlet. Being in music, playing drums, keyboard, playing cello, violin.
Okay. So
you are a producer first.
I would assume. I guess I can say that.
Because that's what I had heard, that you produce music as well. So
growing up in the church,
I guess I do dabble.
You just called it off.
Yeah, I do experiment with sounds.
You play the violin.
Different sounds.
What was it? You play the violin.
I play the violin. I play the cello.
I
play
strings.
I play piano.
Okay,
chords. I play anything down. I play xylophone. I play drums. I play bongos.
Oh wow.
I did all that. We had our youth ministry,
right?
And I just touched every little instrument we had in there. Anything that I just touched. And then
shout out to the youth ministry.
That's right. Shout out to the church.
Man, how our church was, they didn't have nobody to teach us that, so it was just there. So we all of us as the youth was just getting on it, and our church wasn't judgmental at all as church is supposed to be. Right. They let us do it. They didn't care. It didn't have to sound professional to them. They didn't care. They just was in love with the fact that young people were worshiping.
That's right.
And they didn't care how it sounded. And eventually we just started making it sound good and figuring it out ourselves. So I'm talking about everything. I used to do miming, stepping with the church. Like I came up in the church heavy.
Okay.
I came up in the church heavy. So, but definitely music is an outlet, and that's why I'm on it now. And that's, if I didn't do it now, ain't no telling where my mind would be drifting out to.
It sounds like you walking your purpose, man.
Yeah.
Trying to, man.
Do it feel right?
It feel right.
Okay.
Sometimes it don't, but you gotta get them thoughts out your head. Somebody told me, Roz had told me, cause that's the big homie. Roz had told me one time, if you got any type of thought in your head that you feel God wouldn't implant, it's got to be the devil. He said God wouldn't put anything negative in your head. So what else could it be? He said it's either the devil or it's you. But you can't blame everything on the devil. He told me that too. You can't blame everything on what God ain't doing or what the devil doing to you. Sometimes you gotta take a step back and just have some accountability and just admit it could just be you.
Dirty Talk Praise Break. Amen.
For real.
So let me ask you a question. Who influenced you as far as other rappers or other artists from Winston or wherever? Who influenced you to do music?
Okay. Back to Unc. Unc had got kicked out. He was a big athlete, and he played basketball, football at Glenn, Carver. People know my uncle, man. So he got kicked out of school for fighting and had to move to an all-boys school in Philly. There, he met Cassidy.
Cassidy.
He met Cassidy. Cassidy was just a regular dude on the streets. He had tapes, cassettes, passing them out. Hey man, these my tapes, and just giving them to anybody.
Right.
My uncle ended up with that tape, sent it home to me. I heard the tape and I just like, hey, who's this? And then he had let me know, and he just freestyling too. I'm like, what? So Cassidy was my first favorite rapper.
Okay.
You know, so and then Cassidy went to Jeezy. But people like local influences around here, I'm gonna have to say people that influenced me. Rise actually influenced me.
Mm-hmm.
The whole AOG movement influenced me.
Yeah.
Like literally, like Rucko, people like that. Just people who had more ways to get in a bag influenced me, and not illegal either.
Mm-hmm.
Like street ties, that's cool to have, but when you can make $1 that's clean, it's just different.
Especially with something you love to do.
That's right.
How
that shit feel good.
How wouldn't you want to do that? People that get to go play sports, what they want to do, make money. People can cut hair who would like to do that. Just whatever.
I'm gonna tell you like this: you're one of the few that has the balls enough to go and do it. Because a lot of people got to play it safe, you know what I'm saying, and work a 9 to 5. I mean, there ain't nothing wrong with that at all. But, you know, it takes a lot to take that step on what you're taking.
Yeah.
That's why I say, you know, you got to be careful what you ask for.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? And is this your purpose? Do it feel right when you're doing it? You know what I'm saying?
It do. When I'm not doing it, something ain't right. So, yeah, it be off. My spirit be off when I ain't doing it, man. It's a lot of stuff that can affect you, but me not doing music for a period of time, it do fuck with me. So that's why I got like little other things I try to do, like with the camera stuff. Like I ventured off into that because like the lack of a team and not having like tools I needed, the people around me. Yeah. It's a lot of dope talents around here locally, underground, but they don't have no real team.
That's right.
People can't get out of their head of wanting to be the man, leader. Be the man. Yeah. Like everybody, like, and my idol, that's my hero idol is Kobe Bryant. Like that's what it is. I ain't like basketball till I seen him play. Yeah, didn't care. But I got a book that my lady had got for me or whatever. But it's some stuff in there that I took from it. It's keys, man. He said everybody not meant for greatness. Everybody can't be great. That's not that. It's not bad that everybody not great. Some people just meant to just have regular lives, and everybody can't step out there because it's really not easy.
No, it's not easy. The sacrifice.
It's just too much. It really be too much on you at times. So definitely, I just had to get out of a fear of being scared to lead and be great because you never know, because nobody knows what their full potential is till you start walking in it and trying to unlock it.
That's right.
And it's tough, and it's easy when you got people in your corner just like pushing you, like, damn, you do that, that's good, keep doing it, keep going. But genuinely though, we got to the point where people don't hide fake love. They don't hide that shit. They just fake love. It's just out there. I think it's the thing now. Fuck with people and then not fuck with people.
Fuck with them, yeah.
Switch sides. I don't do all that. Switching up and going over there, then coming back over here, and then when they see something going back over there,
they run back over there. I
don't like that. But I hate that I got a big heart sometimes because then I be just wanting to accept them back and forgive. And I got to get out of that, man, because you start giving out all this energy and you ain't getting it back.
Well, you can forgive, but don't forget.
Forgive you got to forgive.
Yeah.
You can't keep that on your heart.
Forgive, but you know, that's for you. That's for your sanity, bro.
You got to forgive.
You know what I'm saying? But, and I also say don't forget.
No.
So that means if they come back crying, talking about, I'm so sorry. I know you is, baby, but go on over there. Go on back on where you came.
Yeah.
You know, politely.
Deb had mentioned that in the interview you did with her.
Right.
Don't give so much of yourself away.
You
gotta keep some things for yourself. You know.
Shout out to Deb.
Yep, shout out to Deb.
I know Debbie. I know her. I know ran into her a few times down this journey. So definitely, those are some of the people that inspired me. The Chris Beatz, like being people who just do more than one thing. Cause I don't like you can't get comfortable on one thing. Like that's what it's about. Like I had too many jobs. And every time I go for a job, I don't want to go for a job or something I already know how to do. It's always like I gotta switch up and do the next job.
Yeah.
Let me learn a new skill set.
Yeah.
You'll be surprised on what I know how to do. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm down there. I just changed the alternator. I get
Oh,
on my
shit.
phone and change the
Oh,
alternator.
shit.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I changed. I'm like, man, we on the highway.
Now you can change from 20 now.
That's right.
You feel me?
Change the aunties or uncles.
I don't like just learning, bro. I'm a sponge. That's how I always been. I ain't talked for the first time until I was like 2 years old. They thought I couldn't talk. They thought I was a mute or something. I cried and nodded my head. Yes and no. I didn't talk. And one day I just started talking. All these words, like I had full sentences. They're like, what, do you know how to talk? Like, I just been listening.
Yeah.
Soaking it in. I'm a sponge. I watch people do stuff. And then I used to do this little thing I used to do when I was a kid. I sneak and take frosting, cake frosting, and eat the cake frosting in the cabinet when ain't nobody around. And I close it back up and put it back in there. You know, they gonna open it. My mama gonna open it eventually till I can see that shit. So it's like, man, I used to do that. But it's me watching as a kid, learning how to get up on the cabinet, stuff I'm watching my son do now. Get up on the cabinet and get in there and remember where he's seen some stuff. That's why when I put stuff up and snacks up around my son, I gotta make sure he ain't looking.
Yeah.
Because he'll go get it. He'll go get it, man. I used to do the same thing. I soak up everything. I sit around Chris or Jay or Choke and learn.
Ain't it funny when you sit back and watch your kids
do the same shit you do and look like you while they doing it.
Yeah.
And then when they do it better than you, you be like, what?
Yeah. Who taught you that?
I didn't do that. And I'm like, you did it times 10. I didn't know you gonna jump off the
Like,
camera.
I gotta watch this. I gotta watch this.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah. So how did you get the name Dolo?
Alright, this a good one. This a good one, man. Like my dad, RP my pops, man. He was incarcerated up until the time I was 18. My mom got pregnant with me, and he had got locked up. He didn't get out till I was 18.
Wow.
But by the grace of God, I still kept a relationship with him.
Yeah.
He kept that with me. I talked to him, wrote, called me all the time, made sure I stayed with his side of the family and knew who my cousins and people was. But I talked to him. The lad he had got out, ended up going back in 5 years later, and he had passed in there. He had passed in there. He used to work for Terry Smith. I don't know if y'all know who Terry Smith is. Y'all know
Of course.
Terry. He used to work for when I say work for him, you know what I mean.
know.
Like,
Yeah, we
okay,
know.
yeah. So yeah, he the enforcer.
Yeah.
So
I was born and raised around here. I know who's in.
so definitely, my pop's name Bevon.
Okay.
Yeah. So they basically he had told me I got one life. He said you need to live it to the fullest, and he just didn't want what he had going on to happen to me. So he just told me you got one life to live. You gonna die once. Might as well live once. That's what Dolo means. I just took that acronym and put it into Dolo. Die once, live once. That's how I thought about that. And it just that conversation kept replaying after he died in my head.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that
And
a
that's
lot.
just how it came.
Die once, live once. Yeah.
Let's go.
And people think, oh, you Dolo by yourself. I am, though. That's the crazy thing. Because when I left the north side of Winston and moved to the south side, I had to go from north side to Athens where I graduated. I didn't want to play no sports. Mama just keep uprooting me. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, we got to keep moving. I've been to 12 schools in the city. Like, that's only 12 years of school.
Yeah.
Right. I feel like,
How I'm doing that? You feel me? So,
like keep me in one spot.
yeah, when I left the north side, man, I basically didn't want to be with nobody. I stayed to myself. I got jumped my first day at school because I was from the north side. I was like, see, man, I'm going to just be by myself. I literally sat by myself at lunch. I ain't want nobody. People want to come see me. I like, what you mean? Somebody, and I'm chilling, bro. I don't want to be with people. The friends I did have had to be real, genuine people.
Yeah.
Cause I ain't trust people that wasn't my friends I already had. I left. I go see them. At school I was Dolo, and they're like, you always Dolo. Then that was before the name.
What was your MOS?
Oh, I was infantry.
I bet so.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mother and my father was too, and I could tell, I could see it.
Yeah, I was.
I was about to say,
yeah,
you was infantry.
Yeah, I was infantry, man. So stuff was weird when you come back from that.
Oh,
Stuff
yeah.
weird.
Stuff
Like,
is weird.
yeah, like this still like war to a certain extent. People really at war. The same type of war. Here in these streets, and like, it's sad. It's sad because, well, look, it's youth. It ain't even. Nobody signed up for it.
Take me there. What do you mean by that?
As far as in these streets,
Mm-hmm.
you know, people out here, man. It's just ongoing tensions, gang rivalry, stuff like that, man. That people can't get away from the generations, and just it really comes with forgiving. Because people don't, like you said, you gotta forgive. Them people that don't forgive or forget.
Well, see, this the
Keep it
thing. Let me
going.
ask you this: we forgive Zimmerman. We forgive the little boy
Who?
that shot up people.
Yeah, I
And
guess.
we forgive people that done shot up
Yeah.
churches, grocery stores, and shit like that. But forgiving each other, it seems like we just have the hardest time. So
Yeah.
speak on that for me, for
Yeah.
the city.
Definitely, you gotta forgive. If you gonna forgive anybody, forgive people that look like you. You feel me? Forgive them because they in the same situation. You know how easy it is, and you should be able to relate to those people.
That's right.
We can't be so quick to forgive outsiders. People will go out there, forgive their friends, but hold a grudge with their mama for 4 years.
That's right.
Weird.
That's right. That's
Weird
right.
behavior.
That's right.
Falling out with your grandma, like,
Yeah.
fuck her, fuck that bitch. I done heard people say out their mouth, fuck that bitch.
Yeah.
Your
Your
grandma?
grandma.
What she do? Fuck her. I'm like, what?
Wow.
I said, damn,
Woo.
yeah, your ticket to hell ready. You about to miss your flight. You about to miss the train. They waiting on you. Like, you can't have that type of mentality. People really out here like that.
Yeah, they
And
are.
This is just how it is. So people be quick to forgive people who don't give no fucks about them and won't do that in return for them. And just people just bite the hand and feed you type of place nowadays. And I don't like to share too much darkness about my city. I definitely like it's so much light in the city.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Especially in our communities, but they don't want us that. They don't want that to show. They don't want that. Anytime we trying to come together, people think, oh, it's something happened. I'm like, nah, bro. People, they waiting on it to happen, and they know it's gonna happen. If it don't happen, they're gonna do something to us to make it happen. People cause tension. So you walking around with no mentality of stuff gonna happen. We can't never have shit, man.
That's right.
Can't never have shit. We fucked up Ziggy's.
Yeah.
All of that shit, man. They don't even want us downtown and tore all the apartments up. Right there, they getting the rest of them out. I don't know how long Southgate gonna be there. Like, it's just they getting rid of them. If they redo them, it's gonna cost an arm and a leg because you live in downtown technically.
They already
weeding us
talking
out.
about it.
And you gonna have to be in a different tax bracket to think you can afford to live there.
That's right.
Inflation is at an all-time high.
That's right. That's why what you're doing as far as making yourself a business, making yourself a LLC, is what Trump had actually was telling people when he was in office, but not to speak on Trump. Make yourself a LLC. That way, you in a whole different tax bracket anyway. If you paying your taxes and doing your thing the way that the way that you should.
He tried to give keys, but people was the black and white and type of thing. Sometimes you gotta. It's a thin line. Sometimes you gotta look in the gray areas and see.
And they
what
seeing
you
what
can
Biden
get
doing, ain't they?
I wouldn't. When I told you, I was like, man, I told you it was I said we gotta pick one or the other. I'm like, you gotta go with. I'd rather go with the person who at least he sound crazy. Trump sound crazy a lot of the times, but it ain't. People always say, "Damn, you said it, man. I ain't appreciate how you said it. I meant what you said. Like, or I understand what you're saying, and I get it, but it's how you said it. Yeah. I done talked to like in relationships and shit like that, or my family, and I give them the shit, but how I give it to them, I guess it's too hard or it's too firm or being too. Like the words might be too loud or something. I don't know.
Truth hurts.
I don't want
the truth
hurt. And when people and I'm not good at disguising the truth and making it like dimmer. So I don't care about your feelings when I gotta tell you the truth. That's just it.
Yeah.
You care about your feelings. People care about your feelings when they lying to you. You know what I'm saying? I'm lying. You lying. A lot of people that you don't even know that man. You ain't have to lie to him. It don't matter what he think about you. Tell the people you love the truth. Tell the people you don't care about the cold truth. Because fuck them.
Yeah, fuck them. That's right.
Tell them that shit, man, straight up. I be having to tell them, oh, ain't it. Like, if you in this studio type of environment, this lane, the truth so fucking raw in this shit, it hurt people. And I can't be one of those ones sugarcoating shit with people around me. I be telling people, like, that's why I'm really Dolo and I don't have a lot of artists around me like I used to. Had a whole team. Finesse Game Family, I had a whole team rocking. But I only keep the certain ones who want to stay with me. But if you ain't working, like work ethic, I got to get away because.
Okay, so now that you sound like you pretty much came into yourself and you know where you want to go with this Dolo. Artist. Okay. So where are you at now? What are you doing now? What's your latest project you working on?
Well, I recently just dropped a video for one of my singles, and I had got a lot of good feedback on.
What's the name?
It's called Dolo.
All
It's called
right.
Dolo. Yeah, it's called Dolo. So I guess it's like an introduction to who I am. But I was just having fun with it, man. I like the beat, the vibe. It's like a
So is
Detroit.
this gonna be on your newest project?
Yeah, I had something I'm gonna work on. I got to put some things together, but definitely I got enough music and content already to go ahead and drop something. But I only just really been focusing on like singles, singles, because I know singles win.
Yeah.
You get to take your time and fish out.
Yeah.
And then I'm still like developing as an artist. You're always developing, and I'm learning my sounds and my style and how to go about it. Cause I don't rap one way and I rap another way, and it's just how I'm feeling. And I don't know if that's good or bad, but you might hype people up, and then you just go another way, and then they're like, oh, I was fucking with that last shit you did. You should have kept that going. Chris told me that. Chris told me that too, and I'm like, yeah, you right though. You right. I can't keep doing that, getting people like excited and then going another direction.
It's so much easier to maneuver by just dropping singles like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it'll be way frustrating if you drop an EP or an album and you get that same reaction. Oh, you should have kept it like the last shit, man. You be kind of there.
It's a whole project worth of shit that people ain't gravitate towards.
You be like,
yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I love that. And actually, back, I have to take it back to like the late '80s, early '90s. We had an A and B side. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of cats just dropped singles then because that was just the way to do it. You know what I'm saying? Instead of wasting all that material on doing the whole EP or album.
Yeah.
So a lot of cats just dropped the R&B side, 2 singles, boom, and kept it
Yeah.
moving like that.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's like it's coming back around again, digit-wise now.
Yeah.
Like you're saying, you know, it's easier
Singles
to
is
maneuver.
better, man. Singles, no more than 2 minutes, 30 seconds.
So where can people find you?
I'm on everything. Dolo X Dolo.
Dolo X Dolo.
Dolo X Dolo. Everything.
Dolo X Dolo.
Dolo X Dolo.
From
Spaces.
state to state, you know what I'm talking about?
Yep. Registered on everything, so we good. We good.
That's what's up.
Word. So you want to give any shout outs to anybody? You know what I'm saying?
Shout outs, man. I want to give a shout out to my Graham Gang family, man. My producer Ace Boogie. You feel me? Like my brothers, man. Cannon, my lady. Feel me? My mom, my grandma, definitely my kids. Man.
All of them.
Big God.
All of them.
Big God. You feel me?
right.
Big God. Man, I had to get my head right today, but you know what I'm saying? Anything possible with them. And I just can't forget that. I can't ever forget that again. You
That's
feel me?
right.
So,
That's what's up, man.
yeah.
So-
Shout out
quick,
Dirty
what's
Talk Podcast too.
Word.
Shout out Dirty Talk.
Appreciate
for real
that.
for having me. And I
Dirty
appreciate
Talk
that.
Pod 336. Like and subscribe.
Please.
Don't stare, but share. You know what I'm talking about?
Sharing is
Yeah.
caring.
Sharing is caring, man. Everybody tap in the Dirty Talk Podcast 336, man.
So quick, fast, what you doing in the future?
In the future, man, like where I see myself, as far as artists, I feel like I got about, I don't know really, his time is limited with that, but I really feel like I'm on I want to be like an A&R type of stuff and put artists through like
artist development. Okay.
Yeah, like that's really where I see myself because I'm always
We
in anything,
we
you
need
feel me?
guys like you, man.
Yeah, definitely. Like I'm here to help, man.
It's a definite
Have a team,
need.
production
Yeah,
behind
it's a
people,
definite need for people like you.
and maybe I can open up like a school, like how T.I. did,
Okay.
like in Atlanta, with the hip hop school.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Something
That's
like
dope.
that where I can give scholarships out to students and whatever kids who want to be in this lane, teaching the business, stuff like that. More stuff I'm learning as I go, but having all that ready to move. So I'm working on contracts, all that stuff. Just how to make money and not waste your time and money and just get shitted on out here. Because it's crazy out here at this. So,
Did you
So
want
we're gonna do it behind the bars.
okay.
Bum, 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 bum. So, what is a bar or a quote from music that you live by, or that you hold dear to your heart?
I say, talking to God, hope he hearing me. I know he probably ain't feeling me. Lately ain't been myself spiritually. Fighting my demons, I feel like it's tending me. I had to switch up the energy. Niggas be talking, they don't really hear me. I say, I'm Dolo, because people be having mixed energies. Trying to decide who my friend or the enemy. Sick of this shit, trying to find me a remedy. Niggas don't know what it took. Yeah, I'm a golden, still constantly get overlooked. I went from paying for shows to janky promoters to constantly getting overbooked. Now I got the sauce. They want to beef on my cook. Been a lot of things, but I ain't never been shook. I ain't never been weak. I ain't never been crooked. I might been a dog, but I ain't never been pussy. I always, people who listen to my music, like I tell people, like to this day, like, because I ain't always been an open book with everybody, but I'm like, but the easiest thing, but I am if you listen to my music. And a lot of, like, I got friends to this day, been rocking with me since day one. Heard songs years ago over and over again, but the fact that they minds matured, they hearing my stuff again, they like, yo, calling me, you remember what you said in that song? Bro, I just got it. I been talking, I don't even make music just when I feel like it. It ain't like that with me. It's not automatic. I'm gonna be honest. It's not automatic with me with music. It's how I'm feeling and when I'm feeling it. I can't force it. I never force music. If I ain't feeling it, I don't get in that vibe. I do something else. I might edit some videos, do something for it. Stay in it though. Learn, but when I ain't in the right headspace, I just gravitate to my family and just try to do other things positive till I get back in that headspace. But music, I gotta stay in it somewhere. That's why I had all these other outlets with it. That's why I like to do the artist development. And when I ain't ready, I go hit my producer. Like, what you got going on? I need some beats. Let's work on your stuff. Let's do this. Let's do this. Try to help everybody else when I'm not helping myself at least. So I'm not sitting around wasting me because I was already planning to be in that lane anyway. So work on artist development if I'm not gonna develop myself in that moment. So that's
Each
why.
one teach
Each one teach one.
That's right.
Shout out Mr. Clark.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, fair East Side High. Yeah, damn it. Y'all could have been anywhere in the world. But y'all here with us.
Dirty talk, dirty talk.
You know what I'm saying? Appreciate y'all coming out. Let's check it out. Youngin right here, Dolo, from state to state. Yeah, turn around.
That's why I'm Dolo. Came up ahead to stay 10 toes. You only die once, better live once. Said I rock and you won't still. Follow me out. Watch you call me home, niggas they don't forget about you. They let the money change them, you won't even recognize them. Hottest in my city, hate I took this long to realize it. Now I'm up in the stuff, put in a whole lot of time, a whole lot of work, this shit wasn't love. A lot on the line, don't know who to trust. Somebody get hit, you know it ain't us. Y'all niggas doing that shit just because. Jumped out the porch, I knew what it was. Finally found a way.